it's your pal Gab, and I'm back with another one of my videos, 31 days of January, baby. And today I'm doing something a little different, something I've never done before, but something that I think I might want to try down the road, so I figure these 31 days, this is the time to practice. And something you guys might not know about me is that every week I visit a comic book store and I buy comic books. It's what I do every Wednesday. Something I've been doing for years. I usually go with my brother Nick, and we go to this one comic book store near where we live, and they hold comics for us, and it's a wonderful thing. So I want to start doing comic book hauls, but today is kind of a really specific haul because what makes it so special is that the cartoonist behind it is a Pittsburgh boy. He's from my hometown, Pittsburgh, PA. His name is Ed Piskor, and I think he's my age, and Ed is like phenomenal. Ed is so at the top of his game in terms of being a graphic artist. I guess that would be the proper term. A few years back, I believe he got the Eisner Award for a series he did called Hip Hop Family Tree, which I was obsessed with. It was basically, he explained the entire history of hip hop through comic books, and he actually got Nike made a shoe based on his artwork. The dude is amazing. Eisner Award, people. Eisner Award. So he's the tops, he's aces, and I guess a year or two ago, Marvel Comics came to Ed Piskor and was like, look, we need to have every version of the X-Men series combined and put together and have it all make sense, which, if you follow comic books, and especially the X-Men, there have been so many different versions of the X-Men comics, including the movies, which really went off from the original series, and so it seems like an insanely daunting task. So not only did Marvel hand that over to Pittsburgh's own Ed Piskor, they also said he can write all the copy, do all the drawings, and do all the coloring. He's the first person to have that much power ever in Marvel history, and then also he was handed the X-Men. Now, I know it seems like I'm getting really wound up, but guys, something you don't know about me, and my kid viewers do, you know that growing up, I did get bullied. Growing up, I was really different. Growing up, I had a really hard time fitting in with people. Even my closest friends, we'd hang out and I'd still be like, man, I'm still so much weirder than them. I've always just felt like a mutant. I really have. And so X-Men, when I would just feel left out, or when I felt like I don't know, just when I always felt like an outsider, X-Men comics just made me feel less alone. They were the thing that, I don't know, even on my worst days of getting bullied, and I do this in an adult bit, especially within comic books, a lot of times people find out their superpower when they're being challenged, and so often when I was getting bullied, I would just pray so badly that my mutant gene would finally come to, and I'd be able to be haha, bully, and throw them across the room with the power of my mind. So the X-Men, it's not just a comic book series for me. I don't know. I don't want to explain it other than it really, it was really important. I think and I know I'm not alone. I just know a lot of kids who just didn't fit in. The X-Men series reached us. So not only is this guy from my hometown, who I have more respect for than any member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, note that this hometown hero is doing this entire redesign of my favorite comic book franchise. So obviously, guys, today I want to focus on this. X-Men Grand Design by Ed Piskor. Oh, what's that? Oh, what is that, gang? Is that an autograph from Ed himself? It is. It's autographed. Thanks to Wayne Wise from Phantom of the Attic Comics in Oakland on South Craig. Go visit Wayne. He's the man. Now, I will keep it real. I go to the Phantom of the Attic more often in Crafton because I live in Robinson, so it's an easier drive, but I do frequent both. But Phantom of the Attic, man, that's my favorite comic book provider in the Pittsburgh area. They never, especially as a woman who buys comic books, they never make you feel weird. They're not girls don't belong, they're just, it's cool. I feel like they're very woman friendly in terms of, if you're one of my female viewers, I feel like they're cool. That you don't feel weird going there. So anyway, this is issue 1. Issue 2 came out the week that this video will go up. And I just want to talk about it a little bit because it's so good. It is so good. Like, first of all, for someone who is so familiar with the original series and then all the variation series, I think he is doing an incredible job of trying to get everything together. I'll just say that right off top. Now, if you are someone coming to the X-Men franchise for the very first time, I honestly would recommend starting with Ed's book, because not only does he kind of break down like all the important characters and give them each their moment in this premiere issue, what I especially love about it is in the end, he does like, he calls it additional reading, but I guess in like a normal book, it would be like the bibliography or something. And he basically explains like where he took these moments from. So like, because he had to combine every single story. So at the end of, I hope he does it at the end of every issue, but at the end of the first issue, he basically explained like, okay, well, I got this idea from this issue, and this came out of this issue, and then he makes it all make sense together. And as a nerd, I'm really hoping he keeps doing that, because then I was like, oh, that's right, I want to go back and look at that issue, and I want to see this issue, and it's like, I don't know. I know I'm manic about it. I know if you're not into the X-Men, you're probably like, Gab, why would I even want to watch the stupid 7-minute video you're doing? But I just think it's so cool. And, oh my God. And like, looking at like Xavier, Professor Xavier's beginning, and of course Magneto is always awesome. Yeah, I'm just like in heaven. It's really thick, because I was annoyed that they're coming out every 2 weeks, not every week. Which Ed's probably like, hey, Gab, you know, a man has to breathe. Because he is doing every single aspect of it. And I will also say this, the comic book was $6. And that is, it's a little bit more than I usually pay. I mean, they're usually maybe like $4.99. But to me, this is sort of like a very thick, almost like, I don't know if you can tell. Like compared to another comic book, see? It's like way thicker. So to me, this is almost like 2 issues. So I guess that's why we can wait 2 weeks. But like, I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so waiting 2 weeks is making me insane. So I'm really glad issue 2 is going to be out soon. It's already out by the time you see this video though, kids. So yeah, I'm definitely highly recommend this. Now, the final thing I want to say about this, and I will tag him on this video. At the end of this video, I want to do a plea to the mayor of Pittsburgh. Hi, Mayor Peduto. You remember me? My name's Gab Bonesso. We've shared the stage together. We've donated our time together. We've worked on benefits together. You've presented me with awards. Pal, we're friends. So here's the thing, Mayor. With all due respect, I think it is so honorable that when the Steelers win the Super Bowl, the whole city throws a parade. I think it's so cool that every time the Penguins win the Stanley Cup, the whole city throws a parade. Guys, every time the Pirates win, that's a joke. They don't win. You see what I'm saying, Mayor? When we have these amazing moments from a sports team, we get a parade. And I need you to understand that the mere fact that Stan Lee and the Marvel franchise have handed over the X-Men to Pittsburgh's very own Ed Piskor, who is still based out of Pittsburgh, this man deserves a parade. And Mayor, I get it. Our city isn't rich. I will do everything I have to do on my own. You know I can produce shows. I produce comedy shows. Josh and I created an anti-bully program we've taken to 10 states. I know a lot of creative people in this town. I know people who make floats. You tell me, I just need your permission. You need to take care of closing down the roads, friend. But Ed Piskor deserves a parade just as much as any other sports entity in the city of Pittsburgh. If you want to start making Pittsburgh more than just a sports town, we need to start giving our artists the props that they deserve too. And everybody loves a parade. Cue the music, man. Guys, my name is Gab Bonesso. I beg you, check out X-Men Grand Design by Ed Piskor, Pittsburgh's own. Mayor Peduto, my man needs a parade. What are you going to do? I'm offering to help organize the whole thing, okay? Okay. Guys, in the meantime, you'll see me again tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much for watching.
When I hear a band, I just want to stand and cheer as they come. That rat-a-tat-tat, the blare of a horn. That rat-a-tat-tat.
I am the female Wheezy.